Today I'm going to be talking about primers. For me, primers are the fundamental part of any makeup routine or makeup bag, because without a primer you're simply not going to get the best out of the products that you put on top. Primers for me are definitely something that we need to invest in and we need to use on a daily basis, especially if you want your makeup to last. If you're going about your daily business, putting your makeup on at sort of 7, 8 in the morning and needing it to last until you get home or even beyond, you simply won't get that without a primer. The two key functions of a primer are firstly to create a barrier between your face and makeup so that there's none of that kind of 4 p.m. slip or the oiliness that can sometimes become apparent in the afternoon and cause your makeup to run. So if you've ever had foundation that really slips off your face, or you get kind of oily and shiny patches around here or on your chin or sort of on your T-zone, then it's because the natural oils that your skin produce are mixing with your foundation, and the result is that you get that shiny look on your face. A primer can help stop that by creating a barrier so that the foundation is almost protected and the oils and the natural sebums from your skin don't run into it and cause it to slip. Also, the second function of a primer is to really perfect the face. It can help even out uneven skin tone. It can help minimize the appearance of pores. A primer can just give a softening effect. I said that really long, softening effect. A primer can just basically perfect your skin and give you the complexion that you want, even if it's not what you wake up with in the morning. I apply primers every single day just by habit. It takes less than 30 seconds to apply another product, and I find that it really helps my foundation and my bases stay in place all day long, and I don't have to continually be adding powders to kind of counteract that shininess and that oiliness, which can then turn cakey and give you a whole other problem of its own. So primers are fab. I love primers, and I'm going to talk you through a couple that I'm loving right now and tell you specifically about how they work with my skin. Clinique primers are a great place to start because not only will they help provide that basic primer function, but the super primers also offer colour correcting benefits as well. So this one is a colour correcting anti-redness formula, and they also do anti-dullness and lots of different types of products. So you're really getting the best of both worlds in one product. I really like these because they're super velvety smooth and they literally melt onto my skin. They're great for applying in a rush because you don't need to be precise. I literally get a little ball in my hands and then with my fingertips just literally rub it all over here into my chin, my T-zone, and then just whack my base over the top. They're really simple to use and they last an absolute age. I must have literally had this one about 6 months and I'm only halfway through it, so it's a great investment buy. This is a great little gem from Max Factor. Originally, their Facefinity foundation had this mixed within it, and they separated it out and launched a primer of their very own, which helps to make the foundation even more long-lasting, but you can obviously use it on different products as well. This is a great one if you're just starting to get into priming and you don't want to spend a fortune. I think these are about a tenner. And it's super light, so it's not a texture that's going to feel sort of funny or cakey on your skin. It literally absorbs like a serum within seconds. It's really light to use and super effective as well. It does help makeup stay in place all day, although maybe not as effective as some of the other ones. It's pretty damn good for the price point. So if you want to start checking out primers, then this is a great budget buy to start with. Benefit are kind of the queens of priming. Their professional primer is probably the best selling one in the country, and they've launched extensions and they've used the character created for so many different things. But I actually prefer this primer, which is the Stay Flawless primer, which was launched to help the Stay Flawless foundation stay in place even longer. The reason that I like this is because it's a stick format. So all you do is just literally wipe this stick over your face where you need it and blend it into place. It's so easy to use and it avoids a lot of the mess that comes with applying lots of different layers to your skin. So I love this one. It's super light to the touch, super soft, and I think personally it does help lighter foundation stay in place. Sometimes you don't want to use a really thick primer if you've got a really light base, so this is a fab one for particularly the summertime when you don't want your foundation to run, but you don't want to have to cake on 5 different layers before you get to the top and add a dusting of powder. So this is a great little buy that I would totally recommend. I believe that this was actually the first primer that I ever used or was ever given. It's from Bare Minerals and it's called Prime Time, and it's definitely a makeup artist's favourite. It's a clear gel, so it's much easier to apply. It comes in a super handy bottle with a little pump action top. You need 1 squirt to cover the whole of your face, and it works exceptionally well. This is great to use if you're using mineral foundations. Obviously it was produced to be used in conjunction with their loose powders, but you can equally use it with anything else. But this is exceptionally good for that kind of product. I really like this because it gives you that flawless feel and flawless look. It really does help to minimise the appearance of pores and even out skin tone. And it's in a fab little bottle and definitely worth a buy if you're starting to look at primers. So those are some of my current primer favourites and why and how I use them. I would say it's really worth looking up online to see how a primer performs, because a lot of the cheaper ones just don't really do the job. I would definitely say if you're going to invest in a primer, then definitely do your research and go for a slightly more expensive brand. Don't expect something that costs £3 or £4 to really do the job that you want it to do. If you invest in a good primer, it's only going to make your makeup look flawless and stay on for longer, so you don't have to touch up throughout the day and you don't have to keep applying different layers of powder and concealer over the top. I really love the ones I featured, but there are also so many more available. But the most important thing is that you always use a primer and try and get it integrated into your routine seamlessly, because you'll love the results and you'll wonder how you ever did without it.